December 1970, Monticello High School parking lot. Bomb scare. The bomb squad members bust open an attaché case with the use of hooks. The case contained only notes belonging to a high school student. Nice international trip there, too. In the matchup you never knew you needed an answer for, Goldwing versus Chevette. Who will win? Best quote ever. I don't remember a thing about it or how it could have happened. The only thing I remember is seeing that big yellow engine bearing down on me, and the next thing I knew, Doc Hart was sewing me up. Fire hydrant 1, 57 Chevy 0. What can happen to a badly rusted out older car was forcibly illustrated recently near Clear Lake, Minnesota. The roof of this 52 Chrysler was ripped almost completely away from the body, and half the body was torn away from the frame when it was rolled over several times. Have you ever heard of Henry Ford's old 999? Check it out. That would be a sweet golf sign to have on the garage wall. And again, nice international truck. I can't tell if that was a Pontiac or a Cadillac or an Oldsmobile, maybe a Buick. Sometimes even the tractor goes down to snow in Minnesota. Now that's a lot of chickens. And why are they trying to push a semi up by their bare hands? Isn't it great to know that in 1963, you could get your 54 Chevy fixed for $4.70. Someday we're gonna miss the old junkyards. Someday we're really gonna miss the old junkyards. If you read Farm Journal from July 1961, Goodyear Tire had ideas on how you should haul your children. See the car of the year, 1973 full-size Ford. Built right because they're built right here.
You think that's rust?
Minnesota is rust.
You think that's rust?
Minnesota is rust.
You think this is rust?
Minnesota is rust.
More rust. You think this is rust?
Minnesota is rust.
Slash Bondo.
Or Bondo.
And maybe
And
a little
some
fiberglass.
fiberglass.
You think this is rust?
Minnesota is rust.
You think this is rust?
Minnesota is rust.
You think that's rust? Minnesota is rust.
But yeah, that's a lot of rust. Right there.
You think that's rust?
Minnesota is rust.
Yeah. Who needs frames?
You think that's rust? Minnesota is rust. You think that's rust? Minnesota is rust.
You think this is rust?
Minnesota is rust.
You think all that's rust? Minnesota is rust.
Rust.
You think that's flathead rust?
Minnesota is rust.
You think this is Ford for 60 rust?
Minnesota is rust.
You think this is flathead rust?
Minnesota is rust.
You think this is all F-Cub rust?
Minnesota is rust.
So this is a ash shovel, if you want to call it that. So for a stove, this is Grandpa's favorite one that he uses because it's got a nice long handle and you can scoop out a bunch. As you can see, it's got cracks all throughout it. It's old. It's just a little bit bent. So instead of just like straightening it all out and welding it back together, we'll just put some thick flat bar right down the middle after we straighten it out. Just weld it so that'll be weld right to the handle. So then it'll just keep everything straight and nice. It might lower the capacity the tiniest amount, but it should be okay. As you see, the last video we did with the 2013 CRV where we redid the front end. So the leftover parts that are still somewhat usable, all just zip tied into a bundle. The destroyed pieces that we got to figure out to do. Some fog light bucket pieces, this and that, and the other thing. So all that will just be thrown away. That'll be kept. Been cleaning up the shop a little bit here and there. One of these days we just got to put a day in and a day of working and clean it all up nice. It's a lot better than it was before we tried working on the truck though. That thing's still running good over some snow and such, so that's good. Oh yeah, so if you remember our green and yellow Cyclops light, Dad can just insert a picture like right here, pretend I'm holding it. And then those, we've forgotten some on the bottom of vehicles here and there, but we forgot one on the plow truck apparently. And for about a week and a half, 2 weeks, it's been sitting on the bottom of it while Grandpa's been plowing. And it is not a smooth ride, I can tell you that. So Grandpa found it right on the edge of the road. Almost had just fallen off because otherwise it would have been shoved into the ditch by a plow. So that is really impressive. You'll probably see a product review of that coming up pretty soon. Because they're not the cheapest, but they're actually quite nice. So we'll just get right into working on this. Yeah?
My question is how long will last?
Hey, it'll last a long time. That's loud. Can you even see anything? Yeah, you can. Okay.
Refrigerator comes far off.
This is the thinnest, oldest. This sheet metal is so thin. It's not. I'm surprised this thing's even held up at all. I don't just barely tap it, it just immediately burns through. The stuff is just so thin and old. It's coming along though, getting the end, and I'll do that right there, finish that section. Don't look at the back, it's all gonna be better. It's all gonna be smoothed out and that. It's bad though. But you don't have to work, I'll just tack these together. Let's give you a quick 2-second look at the back, okay?
Oh!
That's heavy. All the way over here. Angle downward a little bit.
Here's all.
Yeah, this is all hot. I'm doing it up to right here. I'll fix that corner, and then I'll do that side.
Just tap.
That's what I'm doing.